Okay, in this session, I'm going to teach you something that hardly anybody knows about or is even teaching out there. So let's keep this pretty private here in the mastermind. And it's called the Facebook Rev Share model. Let me explain how it works. What is the Facebook Rev Share model? Well, here's the deal. There's a lot of people that have created Facebook pages out there on Facebook. And they've created very large followings, 50,000, 60,000, 70,000, but they've struggled monetizing, actually making money. They've got a lot of fan pages and stuff, but sometimes they try to sell stuff to them and it just doesn't work so well. And so they don't know what to do. And so sometimes they even kind of just like abandon the pages. They kind of stop posting to them, or the content they're posting to them is just not making them any money. And then a lot of people need good content as well to give to their users. So I came across this model because I had somebody reach out and I saw them post in a group that they didn't know what to do with their Facebook page that had like 60,000 followers on it. And I said, hey, let's do a little test. Would you like to do a little rev share model with me? And I'm going to give you a post and I want you to post this. In fact, I gave him 2 posts. And I had certain codes set up on it. And I said, I want you to post this and let's do a test. And then if it works, we can do what's called a revenue share model. And we can work out a fair percentage of, because I get paid when people go to our post, read our content, and then, they click on the ads and I make a little money. So I will split that revenue with you. All you have to do is post a couple times a day. Well, he did his first post. And then he did a second post. He did 2 posts in one day. Let's see if I can go to the next slide because I think I've got it on here. And that, it made $12.26. And that was over a couple days just from those 2 posts. And so I basically had set up a special code for him. And I said, well, let's set up a revenue sharing model. And that's what the cool thing about this is, this revenue sharing model. You can split these payments and it's free traffic to you. You're just giving them the content. They post it on their page. So you could do 50-50. Yeah, some of these guys might want more. They might want 60%. They might want 70%, but that's free money to you. And also the risk is kind of in the other person's hand because you're the one that actually has to pay them. So of course, let's talk about that. But just imagine if you just found, 3 or 4 page owners and they wanted to make some money and they just, every day posted a couple of your pages, 2 or 3 of your pages, and then just went with the organic traffic. But then it's also going to build up your site because you're going to get more likes and shares. So let's go back a slide here and then talk about that. How do you actually find page owners who want to do it? Okay, so this can be the tricky part because you got to do your detective work. You don't know these people. They don't know you. All day long they're getting hit up by spammers wanting to buy their site and all that kind of stuff. So you got to be unique. So what I would do is I would do a couple things. I would join different forums. There's different forums out there for different interests and for Facebook advertisers. Look for internet marketing groups, anyone that's anyone's into advertising, building Facebook, internet, those kind of things. I would join those groups and start posting in there and, reading some of the posts, maybe do a curiosity poke and say, hey, I'm just curious, is there anyone out there that has any Facebook pages with large followings that they're not making enough revenue? And that's exactly what I did. And I had a whole bunch of people reach out and I only followed up with one person. So then you just start private conversations with them and just say, I've got something, might work for you, might not. Do you mind doing a test? And if it works out, we could feed you some content every day. You could throw it up on your page and we could pay you 50% of what we make. And they may say, yeah, or they may say, yeah, no, I want more than that. So here's another way to find people. That fan page robot software I demonstrated earlier, I just went into here and I went to influencers and I typed in dogs. And I just brought in, it brings up all these Facebook pages with a lot of likes. And I kind of look at them and, these ones that have like 1 million and stuff, a good chance getting those guys. But because they're probably real users and they really know how to run it. But it's these guys that have like 100,000 or less. And so I kind of looked at this one here, this dog fans one, You Are Dogs, and kind of looking at it here, and I'm thinking, gosh, okay, he posted 2 hours ago here, and he posted. You kind of get an idea of like how often they post. 40 minutes ago, so he's posting pretty good. He's posting in quite a few things, and he might even have. Larry's posting little things. He might even have a deal with little things. That's one of the things that they do. So he may or may not be a good candidate, but you can always reach out to him and say, hey, how would you be interested in a rev share thing? So let's go find someone that might have a little less. Let's go find someone in the 40 to 50. Here we go. Dog fantastic, and you want to look at people that have either where it says website or community, and some of these are like international and stuff. So let's look at this one that was the Dogs Planet. Who knows, they probably post their own content, but you never know. A lot of these guys have these pages and they just don't know what to do with them, and this one's in a different language. So, just kind of looking at this was 10 hours ago. So they're definitely regularly posting. So the worst thing that can do is, the worst thing that can happen is they can say no, right? You contact a few people, but what if they say yes? And then you build up a long-term relationship. You never know which of these people could have something really big and could, they're looking for additional content, and that's free for you. That's awesome. Okay, so how much to pay him? Well, we kind of talked about that. Negotiable. I'd probably start out at 50%, see if they go for it. If they don't, go up to 60%. Probably wouldn't give them more than 70%, but I'd definitely start at 50%. I would definitely try to do a contract. It's mainly for them because you're the one that needs to pay them, and then you would need to give them reports and tracking reports. And there might even be a way for you in Google Analytics to save a report and let them actually view the results. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a way to do that or not. So if you're curious how to set up this report, the text side of it, what you would do, it's called a UTM code, and you're going to learn about this in the how-tos. I'm going to show you how to actually track your ads with your AdSense, and so you know exactly how much your ads are making per post, and that's going to be in the how-to area or one of the videos in here, and that's what you would do. And there's a little tech involved with it, but once you go through it a couple times, it's not too hard to figure it out. Okay, that's the Facebook rev share model.